Hey Raylee, this is Miss Morphew. I have to tell you, I had given you a previous feedback comment about the yellow highlights, and I didn't think you read it because this is like something threw up bananas all over this thing. Please go look at the exemplars, the informative exemplars. There's several of them there, a couple of them at least, Casey and Jacobs at least. And then each speech we have has at least one exemplar outline you can check out. I have a little bit of concern that each of your little sections doesn't quite have the support layers that it needs. And because of this yellow, it's really hard for me to go and count your 5 citations. And again, so layering the attention getter that really establishes maybe some of the history of the hospital being gone and the job losses. There's so many stories there. And then get to, we really need a hospital here. We would get so many benefits if we had a hospital here. That's your attention getter. You got to lay that common background and draw the listeners in. Don't just tell them 2 little sentences here. Credibility, you don't get. You wrote use statistics and research to support. And credibility is all about you, the speaker. So I'm afraid you weren't quite listening or didn't look at enough of the expository resources about how to do that. But let me know if I can help you with that. Again, look at Casey's and see what she did. Look at Jacobs and see what he did for credibility. You'll get it. You do say your thesis and a preview all in one line here. So one idea would be that you can take that red word preview and paste it up here with thesis, and or you can just say it this long thing. I don't know why you have with all these examples here at the end, because after your intro finishes, you'll pause and then say the first paragraph of your body, first and foremost. And instead of saying it, can you please put having a hospital in Fentress County? Don't start with the pronouns. You have to you remember this whole thing about a precedent. You need to say the noun phrase before you use a pronoun. Okay, so say that. Hospital in Fentress County will make our community a safer and overall better place. So safer and all over better, you've got maybe 1 citation here. And I don't know why you put the link in there, and you don't have any other stories or reasons or explanations about making your community safer. So support's lacking on this plan. You can make a few more bullet points and then decide how you are going to engage the audience with your message. In other words, it's like I'm looking at your visual materials here. What does that statement have to do with what visuals or materials you're going to bring? I'm not sure. I think you can see that right now this needs some tightening up. You have some great ideas, but this needs some tightening up. All right, second main point. Second of all, having a hospital in Jamestown will provide more professional education opportunities for future doctors and other medical employees. Okay. That looks like a good citation. And then you put a quote in there, but there's no other than that one, what that one particular source says. You don't have any other supporting ideas about more educational opportunities for doctors and other medical people. Aren't there any examples? Aren't there any stories? Aren't there any pictures you can be showing? I don't know, again, if you're visual, you're going to have a slide. Look at the support tools chart. Maybe rewatch that support video. It's twice in our expository links resource module. We watched it in class, but it'll tell you the 5 places to really use a variety of support. Let's go to your third main point. A hospital in Jamestown would provide more job opportunities for the people. Okay, so we get training and then we get jobs. And it looks like you used that same source and put in their link again. Is that the only source you used? I'll have to look at your works cited in a second. So one quote is not support. One quote is a weak paper, chick. And I think you're going to feel better if you get a wide variety of support to put under each of these. You also want to make it 4 to 6 minutes. Okay, good transitions, by the way. It's clear that Fentress County needs a hospital because we can make the community safer. Da, da, da. Great restatement. And then your closer is, in order to make Fentress County a better place for our people, we must be able to take care of our people. That to me is a really strong closer. And somewhere in your attention getter, you could mention that so that that last line is echoed in both places. I think that would be a very powerful statement that will engage us. When you get to your works cited, this spacing isn't quite right. And is the size Times New Roman 12? Yes. Is that Times New Roman 12? Yes. So just the spacing on that. I do notice there's a little slight extra space between entries, and I could show you a setting for that. But I think that a line spacing setting for Max, or it's not Max, for your Word docs, that would, but that's not important right now. What's important is getting this situated. Let me go and see Casey Smith's. Okay, I put an attachment of Casey's in your feedback for the informative outline, and see if that helps. See how she highlighted her citations. Mostly she said as reported, as seen in, and that kind of stuff. But I love the way she did this one. Denise, the Restore floor manager, said, blah, blah. Okay. All right, check.